Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm Miss Virginia Senior America 2003, and this is Fashion Notes. As you can see, we are surrounded by beautiful jewelry, and we have a fascinating guest that I met to one of the craft show. I always look for some interesting designers so I can share with you, viewers. Her name, I would like to introduce her. Her name is Jackie Skarzinski. I just want to make sure that I say it right. Skarzinski. Jackie, welcome to the show. It's absolutely so wonderful that she came today to show us her beautiful creation. I'm going to ask her many questions. And also, we have a model, and so you will see how her jewelry look on the model. They look even better than on display, as you can see. Her business is called Chelsea Market Design. And she told me that she goes very often to the Chelsea market in New York. I'm sure you hear about it. It's a fabulous market in New York where she has a wonderful exposure. And also she told me one piece of information that you probably would like to know, that in Georgetown is going to be art show. Let's go in art show?
An art market.
Art market. So this is on the corner on M Street and Wisconsin Avenue on every Saturday from now on. I think they already started.
About 2 months ago they started.
They started. I did not know about that. It's good to know. So if you are, if you have nothing to do on Saturday, I think it would be wonderful to go there and see not just jewelry, they have clothing, they have all kind of different crowds. It's a wonderful market, I understand. I have to go and check it out. But anyway, Jackie, it was really fascinating that, that you are making jewelry. Tell me how long ago you started and how did you start it? I always ask people because it's an interesting story, how you starting business. There's something that you make yourself, and then people said, oh, where did you buy it? I love it. And then you said, well, I made it. And little by little, it just turned to business.
Right.
That's how it does.
That's exactly right. I've always loved jewelry. I come from a family where...
And of course, not enough for jewelry. You have to have more and more.
You can never have enough jewelry.
Absolutely.
The rule in my house was always, you're not dressed until you have your jewelry on. So I started going to the various markets in New York and through the various gem and pearl stores in the jewelry district, and just saw all of the beautiful stones and pearls and all the wonderful colors. And I was just so drawn to them. And it's just a very simple tale of, I can do that.
Did you do anything crafty before?
I've always done something crafty. I've always knitted or painted. I've always done something.
You're a crafty person, what I call it.
I like the creative process. And for me, this is a wonderful, wonderful creative tool because the projects are small. You start, you see something, you get an idea, you put the pieces together, you finish it, and then you give it as a gift or you sell it, and then you move on to the next thing. So it keeps me really interested and busy and engaged. And the wonderful thing about jewelry is that it's classic, but it changes with the seasons. So you always have different colors.
Winter and
I always do a winter holiday line. I'll always do a summer beachy line. And of course, fashion changes and colors change.
Colors change.
So you can always do something new and exciting. And for me, that's really what keeps it interesting.
So do you have any preferred colors, or you just changes?
It really changes. I'm probably more a classic neutral person, but I love color. So it just depends on my mood. There's nothing like a big pop of color for your jewelry, especially on a gray or not a sunny day, to really make me feel great, and I hope make my clients feel great too.
Absolutely. Do you sometimes start something and then you figure out, I think, I'll leave it, and then, maybe move to something else, and then, come back and, have idea how to finish the project. Is that, is how it's done?
Sometimes when I go and I shop, I always just buy what I like. I never have an idea about what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, you don't?
So I end up at the end of the day with table full of things that I know I love, that I know at some point I'll put together. And then when I kind of see them all together, I decide what colors look good, or sometimes really what I feel like the stones or the pearls would like to look like.
I see.
And the combinations are different, and they surprise me sometimes. It's not what I had thought initially I would do with the color combinations, but that's part of the fun of it. Things are always changing. And sometimes I buy things and I don't use them for years, and all of a sudden I think, oh my goodness, I know exactly what I'm going to do with that. And then it all comes together.
And you told me also when she goes to bed, and she just think about something, so she gets up and writes, and makes a little notes. So she's afraid that she's going to forget. Right. So the next day, she just go back to work, and she put together that she was fantasizing the night before. Is that right?
It's true. There are so many ideas, and there's so much inspiration from all around. And it's just hard to remember it all sometimes. So I do. I always keep a little pad with me and just jot down a note so that I know I don't forget something wonderful.
I always ask my jewelry designer, how do you take care of it and how do you store it? Because what I do, I don't think it's the right way. I just want to know, how do you store it, not in plastic bag or just in regular. I know per business is probably different because you're traveling and you have a different package, how to do it. But for just the home people, they have in drawers, put together. Do they have to be separated from each other, or how do you take care of it?
I think it's nice to always have something with a soft lining on the bottom so that the metal,
soft cloth?
Like a velvet or any kind of a soft cloth. Just so that the metal or the stones
shouldn't
don't
touch,
scratch.
actually, each other.
I think they can touch each other. I think the only problem is getting them tangled. When I make my jewelry and I sell it, I give people a little organdy see-through bag that I will put tissue paper in seasonally to make it look attractive. And I always tell people, when you get home, take the tissue paper out, and if you want, keep the piece in that bag so it protects it, it keeps it whole, it doesn't let it get tangled, and most importantly, when you open your drawer or whatever, you can see what you have, because you can see right through the bag.
Well, I have to change my habit because I don't think I'm doing it the right way. And this is, you said 5 years ago you started working on jewelry. And where did you buy your supply? And can you buy it locally, or you have to go online, or you have to, because you go to New Jersey or New York to go to the show, probably they have lots of supplies there that you can get.
It's online is a wonderful resource. For me, it's a little bit harder because I really like to see the colors up close.
Yeah, because it's not probably 100% color.
Right, and you just can't see the quality, especially of things like pearls or fine stones, without really being up close to them.
I see.
So I still do go to New York and I buy pearls. I have a pearl warehouse that I go to where it is an enormous floor, just filled floor to ceiling with every color, every shape you can possibly imagine.
But the natural pearls, do they come in, I know, like a pink color, the black you have, but do they have, or they actually dye, one like a purple and, other colors?
They are raised and dyed now in just about any color that you could imagine. This necklace here is made with green freshwater pearls of different shades and different sizes, and then I've accented it with a little bit of gold and some purple Swarovskis. But
yeah, you have a frog. It's a cute little frog.
I have a frog. The frog is a removable pin.
Oh, I see. So you can wear with or without. I see.
I'm all about versatility. I'd like to sell things that people can wear and wear a lot. So this way you can do it both ways, and it's an interesting piece or just a more classic piece without the frog.
And how about the clasp? Is this something to, put them together like easy?
Well, clasps, I always try.
Oh, this is very easy.
I always try and do something that's easy for the customer to use, something that's large enough that you can put it on yourself, and also, if you're going to see it, of course, something that's attractive. So there are a lot of different clasps. This is just a very simple shepherd's hook. A lot of people also will use toggles.
I think I like it because it's very easy to, put it on.
Right.
You know, you don't need assistant to
Right.
do it. I don't like this, how they call it, lobster, you know, they are
Right.
very
Those are
difficult.
hard to do.
Actually, my necklaces have that, so I had a little problem. But anyway, we have a model in the house, and you are going to see how her jewelry look on the real person. Her name is Christina, and I'll tell you, she's my granddaughter, and she's the best model that you can think of. And Jackie, tell us what she is wearing.
Well, Christina was nice enough to model for us today a beautiful necklace that is a one-of-a-kind piece. It is made with a ceramic bird in beautiful greens and gold tones, and then the chain is made of jasper and jade with some darker glass highlights.
It's a very pretty. So do you think, you know, this is suitable for any age, or, you know, it's more for younger people like Christina? Do you think I could wear it or not?
I think it's really suitable for any age. I try and make things that are classic but not boring, is what I really like to say. I want you to be able to wear it all the time but not have it look like everybody else. I think this is a beautiful
piece, and it can go really with any color you are wearing. And it just, you know, adds something extra pizzazz, you know, to whatever you're wearing. Thank you, Christina. She will be back, you know, with a more interesting jewelry. And it's really a very beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Know. So do you prefer crystal or just stones? They are solid colors?
It really depends,
Are
those
Swarovski crystal?
These are some Swarovski and then some Czechoslovakian crystal.
Yeah, they are very famous for Czechoslovakian
crystal. They're very famous, and they have beautiful quality. And then the center pendant is an American-made glass hand-blown seashell.
So it's interesting that you have several different crystals incorporated with something that is made in America. I like that.
I do. I really like to use local artists. I like to use people who manufacture or make their products in America when I can. But I just think there's a wonderful creative community. We're so lucky in the Washington, D.C. area. And whenever I can use someone local, I always do.
Do you always make earrings and bracelets, or you just make necklaces, and then if the person would like to have it, you can add it up?
I sometimes when I see something that I think just looks perfect with it, I will make earrings. I don't always make earrings, but I always offer that as an option. I always keep some separate pieces so that I could make you a bracelet or a necklace or another earring if you'd like it.
For example, if somebody sees something like that and they said, well, I would like to have a like in different color, can you do it?
I can't always do it, especially with the crystals. There's a tremendous variety of color. That's what makes them so wonderful. With the handmade one-of-a-kind centerpieces, it's much more limited. It just depends on what the artist has made.
And do you work a lot with the mother of pearl too? I noticed that you have mother of pearl.
I love mother of pearl.
They come from Taiwan and from, you know, from where do they come from?
Usually from the Far East.
Yes, I know.
These are, I also love to do vintage. Most of what I do is one of a kind.
Are those kind of buttons?
Those are from the 40s, mother of pearl, beautiful buttons. The old buttons they used to put on women's suits.
I see, and you put together as a necklace. This is interesting, very interesting thing.
Little vintage Swarovskis and then big white coin pearls. And then the mother of pearl, the buttons are just so beautiful and so iridescent on their own. And it makes for, I think, a very unique piece.
So you buy also the vintage pieces and incorporate them with some new stones to make very interesting pieces. And also, is this all one of a kind that you do?
Most of what I do is one of a kind.
Yeah, so if you have one of her jewelry, you know nobody in the world has it, just you. And I'm sure it makes you very, very special.
My clients really like knowing that when I sell them something, they have the only one that in existence.
And who is your client, you know, on the age-wise, you know, the younger people mix, or what do you think?
It's a mix. I mean, I think it's primarily people who I really started selling to my friends. So it's really people in kind of my age group, people who are
This is younger, of course.
right, you know, either working during the day and need something classic, but with just a little bit of sophistication or pizzazz. Or people who are at home during the day and really want something to complete
to dress
an
up
outfit.
when they go out. I see. Wow.
Or even just to kind of make what they're wearing around the house look a little bit more special.
Let me see if Christina is ready. Let's see what she's going to show us this time. Tell us, Jackie, what she's... This is a very beautiful piece.
Is wearing one of my favorite necklaces. It is a removable gold starfish pin. And then there are 5 or 6 different strands of freshwater pearls in a beautiful taupey color. And
it's so shiny and lovely.
They're interspersed with little Swarovski crystals just to give it that added sparkle.
Sparkles. And this could be worn during the day too.
I think that this could definitely be worn with a beautiful dress or a suit. The wonderful thing about this necklace is that the starfish pin is removable, so you can wear it either way.
As a brooch?
Yes, you can wear it as a pin by itself, or you can wear the necklace by itself.
Or people when go into office, for example, and have a jewelry maybe, and then in the evening they go out, they just put extra thing for something more interesting look. Thank you, Christina. This is a lovely piece. I love it. It's really beautiful. I think she's going to be back, but with one more beautiful creation. And tell us about your
I love
bracelets,
to make bracelets, and I love to make charm bracelets.
A charm one, they're very in, I think, now, and people like to put different charms, and every year, to have different one, and reminds them, every charm reminds me of something very special in their life.
I grew up with a charm bracelet. My mother always had a charm bracelet, and I do love them. They're very sentimental. The one that I brought is made also with all vintage material. I love the old lucite and the old white pearls, and then German glass, and then these are citrine, real stones, and then coral. But they're just a really, and then a vintage chain. So they're just a wonderful, wear with anything, unique piece.
Yes, very, very unique. And they come in different colors. For example, this one in like purple, lavender, and this is blue. And this is kind of beachy with the shelf. Chef and fish. This is definitely for now.
I'll always do beachy
summer
things for the summer. This is all pewter, so you don't have to worry about polishing it. A variety, and then these are Venetian glass stones, and then little glass fish, and just again a really nice piece.
And
do
you have necklaces to match? Or?
I do have necklaces that are similar to this, using the same shells.
Tell us about this piece. This is a very an interesting glass.
I love this piece. It's a little subtle, but just gorgeous on. These are rock crystal, and these are rose quartz.
Rose quartz, just turn it this way.
And the thing that I loved most about these stones is that they're a little bit more unusual of a shape. So they have a soft look, but I think a little bit more of a modern look.
And do you think that could be worn, year-round?
Absolutely. I have a
with
similar
any color,
one.
because it's clear, it goes with just about anything you are wearing. It just gives you a little spark,
And again, you can dress this up or dress this down depending on your style.
I see. And this is an interesting piece. Tell us about this one too.
Another thing that I just love to do, freshwater pearls.
Those are fresh. Do they come in natural or they are dyed?
These are probably dyed. They are dark pearls, and what they do is they put
and gold.
They put what they call a peacock finish on them, which gives it a shine. It picks up the grays and the purples and the pinks. And then I've mixed these with Czechoslovakian crystal drops, and then mother of pearl. So you can twist it or not twist it, but it's very wearable with a whole range of colors.
Do you use like a nylon thread, or what kind of thread do you use?
I use a jeweler's wire for heavier stones, and then for pearls.
Are they very flexible?
Yes, they're very flexible. They're very comfortable.
I see.
It's soft and flexible, but they're sturdy. With more traditional pearls, I will use silk, which is the more traditional way to do that, and do a silk knotting. But
when you do very, very fine pieces, do you use, some special glasses that you can see? Magnifying glasses?
Yes, I have.
And special light that you have to have?
I don't have a special light. I just
very bright light, because you have to see what you're doing.
Yes, I like to work in a big sunny room with an open window, so I can get a really good view of the colors, and then I always have magnifying glasses on.
Magnifying glass. Do you work it in night or the daytime? Which is your favorite time of the day to work? When do you feel mostly enthusiastic, to work? Is it morning or night?
I like to work at night. I'm more of a night person. It's quiet. I can think.
No telephone probably,
no
and disturbance.
Telephone, nobody around bothering me, so I will work at night.
So you're most productive at night. I see. Well, that's very interesting. I always like to know how people, have inspiration, how to work. And do you put all the stones together, for example, or when you start working, do you go to your room where is, your jewelry, and then you put them together, or how do you do it?
I keep everything by color and by type. So I'll have all my pearls by color in one area, all my semi-precious stones by color in one area.
Very organized lady, but we have Christina coming up. Let's see. She is having something very, very special, which is something in blue and white, I think.
This is a very special necklace. It is made with blue apatite, or the long blue stones, and the white are mother of pearl, and then there's actually some crystal pieces and some citrine, slightly yellow, and then long silver toned spikes.
I would think this is more for summer, don't you think so?
Yeah, it's more of a modern statement piece. It really makes whatever outfit you're wearing.
Yes, for example, she's wearing just a camisole, and this is just a perfect, I think, combination that she is, having. It's shiny, and it's not too much, and it really could be worn day and also, nighttime. Thank you, Christina, very much. That was really lovely. Thank you. This piece is really outstanding, and it could be worn really for any age, isn't it?
Yeah.
There is you cannot say this is only for young people, or, this is just, it depends what you are wearing.
Right.
This is how you are wearing your jewelry. Well, Jackie was at the craft show, and I'm sure, she has plans for the fall to be in some more craft shows. Please tell us where are you going to be showing your pieces?
I'm going to be doing a variety of crafts
because
fairs.
The fall is usually, when they have a lots of craft show. I think you should attend as much as you can, because you meet wonderful, wonderful artists from our area that, you don't see, every day. Because when you go to craft show, you're absolutely fascinating with the variety of different artists, what they're doing, and do not neglect your own backyard, because usually, people think you have to go to New York or to, Los Angeles, to Europe to find it, and they don't realize how many, wonderful artists live and work in Washington area.
It's true. It's true. I'm going to be doing, Virginia actually has a wonderful, the park services do wonderful craft shows.
Oh.
So I'll be doing a couple in Fairfax. I'll be doing the...
This is October usually.
October, November. I'll be doing the Taste of Falls Church in September. I think it's the 7th. I will be doing the Georgetown Art Market.
Yes, this is interesting.
2 Saturdays a month. And then I try and break it up. I'll do a couple of local high schools. There's one in Olney, and there's a high school in Alexandria that I'll do in the wintertime also. And I can't think of anywhere else. But
yeah, but this is plenty.
Yeah.
So do you wear your jewelry all the time? You know, when you go to a grocery store, why not? You know,
I do.
Of course. So
I
the
do, and I
tellers,
do.
you know, the cashiers can see your beautiful jewelry.
Well, I love it when I meet people on the street and they tell me that they're wearing my jewelry.
Oh,
and they
that's
get
such a
compliments,
pleasure.
and
That's, I
it's-
think, the most satisfying thing that see
It
that
is.
people enjoy what you really do by hand, which is actually lost art. Everything is made by machine these days, and when when somebody is doing something by hand,
Right.
this is absolutely something special, especially. That is one of a kind. And as I say, if you have one piece of her jewelry, this a unique thing. Nobody else has it, and it just gives you a special feeling that you have something absolutely wonderfully different than anybody else's.
Thank you.
Well, now what you are going to do next? I know you have so many different things. I'm sure every artist has. Many things. But anyway, we are getting close to. We would love to, to have you more.
Thank
to
you.
tell us about, but I'm so thankful that you came today, and thank you very much. Olga Jevtich reporting for Fashion Note, and please always, you can, tell us with our new project you are having. Every artist, I'm sure, has a different idea what to do next, and also you can see us on YouTube if you. Type Olga Jevtich Fashion Notes, you can see us there. So this is a good thing that you can see us there. And also, we are in Arlington County and in Fairfax County. And I hope you tune in, and we are always excited to look for the new interesting designer from our area, which, as I say, there are plenty of them with the beautiful things that you can really enjoy it. And like, for example, Jackie's jewelry and other things. And thank you for watching. And thank you for tuning in. And bye-bye.